Welcome back, Pokemon fans. My name is Angel of the Night 091, and it has been a long time since I've done this too. Face cam. So we are into a BDSP Wi-Fi battle versus Grayson. I'm going to lead off here with my Claydol. He's going to lead off here with his Mamoswine. Now, my Claydol, of course, is more set up as more of a support type character, so I'm going to go in and try to get that Stealth Rock set up there, so that way any kind of Pokemon coming in gets some entry hazard damage. He's going to also do the same with his Mamoswine, so he's also going to set up some Stealth Rocks while he is at it. So both sides, entry hazards. It's going to take away anything like Focus Sashes or, you know, basically get a little bit of chip damage on some characters. The next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in and I think I'm going to maybe swap out my Pokemon here. I don't really want to leave Claydol in against a Mamoswine for obvious reasons. Not much I can really do to it with an Ice Beam or, you know, an Earthquake or anything like that. So I'm going to swap out here to my Shiny Milotic, and he's going to go in for the Icicle Crash. Now, the Icicle Crash, of course, is going to do some damage onto that Milotic. Nothing to really be too concerned about here. It is a critical hit, however, which is okay. Not really going to worry too much there in regards to Mamoswine just this moment. So we've got Scald, Recover, Ice Beam, and we also have Attract. Now, if you guys know my Milotics, I always usually either have Confuse Ray or Attract onto them. I would just basically want to try to get a little bit of a stall with them while I'm at it. So I'm going to go in for a Scald here, and we're just going to wait for Grayson to actually pick his move. So he's going to withdraw his Mamoswine, and he's going to go into Scizor. Now, Scizor, of course, is a Bug Steel type, and very physically attacking Pokemon. It does physical attack damage, as you guys may already know. If anyone doesn't know at this point, there you go. So I'm going to go on for the Scald. Scald does quite a bit of damage off onto this Scizor here. I'm actually thinking about going for another Scald. Now, the reason being is that Scald has the capability to burn a Pokemon, and if a Pokemon is burned, its attack stat does drop. So that's actually quite crippling to a Scizor here. So we actually managed to get the burn off, which is, hey, always good. He's going to go in for the attack damage here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that was a U-turn. He gets a little bit of damage back onto himself due to the burn, of course. He goes back into Grayson's party. Now, with that being said, he now has the opportunity to choose another Pokemon to use. So we're just going to give him a moment here. He's going to go in with his Arcanine. Now, Arcanine onto the field. It is a Fire-type Pokemon. It is getting damage based off of the Stealth Rocks that are the entry hazards. And, of course, he gets an Intimidate off onto my Milotic. Now, Milotic, of course, doesn't have any physical attack stat onto it, nor is my moveset towards physical attack, so that's really not going to matter here. We're going to go in and think about maybe swapping a Pokemon, but you know what? I think I'm going to try to play around here. We're going to go in for the Attract. Now, he actually has Solar Beam. Now, this is really cool. I never thought of this kind of a set. So he has a Solar Beam. He also has a Power Herb, which means that he doesn't have to charge up Sunlight for his Solar Beam. So he actually gets a one-hit turn Solar Beam, which actually does quite a bit to my Milotic. I'm like, okay, this is a little bit scary, right? But you know what? Here we go. We've got the Attract off, and now Arcanine fell in love with our Milotic, as I have. Milotic is awesome. Okay, getting a little bit of lefties here. Now that we've got the Attract off, I'm thinking to myself that I have to regain my health. So we're going to get a little bit of health regained here while this Arcanine is immobilized by love. So we get our health back here, just raising up our HP, getting a little bit of lefties there as well. And at this time, I'm thinking that's a good time to go in for the Scald. Arcanine, of course, still immobilized by that love. And in comes the Scald right to the face, taking Arcanine down into the critical zone, the danger zone. Milotic, of course, regaining our health here with those lefties. Those lefties are quite helpful, especially for a Pokemon that can be quite bulky. Arcanine, of course, immobilized by love yet again. And, of course, Scald getting them right to the face. Alright, Arcanine is down. That is the first Pokemon down on Grayson's side. And we're getting a little bit of lefties there as well. And now we wait So this battle was actually found on the battle code 2022-2021. If you guys are looking for Wi-Fi battles in BDSP, this is probably the best bet to find these battles. In comes Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan. Of course, getting some damage with those stealth rocks. We're going to go in for the attack here, and looks like Hitmonchan goes for the Thunder Punch, of course. You know, it's pretty standard with Hitmonchans. We're going to go in for the attract because, of course, all Hitmonchan are male, and why not? Why not, right? So Hitmonchan is now immobilized by love, and we're just going to go in for the attack here now. Now that he's immobilized, why not go in for the attack? I think we can pretty well handle another Thunder Punch if we needed to. So in comes the Scald. Scald going into that Hitmonchan, doing a bit of damage. No burn this time, though, which is okay. We don't really need to worry too much about burning Hitmonchan at this point. I think I can pretty well take this Hitmonchan. So here we go. He is, again, immobilized by love. And we're going to get another Scald off here. So Scald hitting the Hitmonchan. Blah, blah, blah. Hitting the Hitmonchan. We're going to regain our health here with our leftovers. And again, we're just going to go in for that Scald there once again. And will he be immobilized? Immobilized yet again. Not able to do any damage onto this Milotic this turn. So that is 2 Pokemon down on Grayson's side. I still have a full team of 6. So we're getting a little bit of lefties there. Like I said, I'm just going to keep saying lefties. I'm kind of predicting what kind of lefties they have. Maybe it's some leftover chicken wings. Who knows? In comes the Dragonite, and of course it gets hit by the Stealth Rocks there. We are going to go for the obvious reasons. We want to get an Ice Beam off onto this Dragonite because we want to take it down as fast as possible. However, his Thunder Punch makes a hit and is able to paralyze our Milotic. Now, of course, one hit knockout for that Dragonite due to the Stealth Rocks dealing with the multi-scale, if it was there to begin with. I'm a little bit questioning onto that. Post your comments below if you guys think that it had multi-scale or if it did not. We get the Ice Beam, of course. Dragonite is down. So Milotic here is running wild, even though it has no legs. Back in comes the Scizor, getting the chip damage from the Stealth Rocks. I am paralyzed, can't really do anything here. I'm going to try to go for the recover, especially if I can live a hit from this Scizor. With a burn onto that Scizor, I don't predict it's going to be able to do very much. It's going to go for that U-turn here. Of course, taking us down to 48 hit points, and he also loses some health there as well. Basically due to, I think he had a Life Orb onto him. So that is now 4 Pokemon down. We get the recover off, which is actually pretty impressive, considering this Milotic has survived against 4 different Pokemon. We are still paralyzed, but my set does boost up our stats if we have any kind of a status condition. I believe it's Marvel? No. What's it called? It's been forever, guys. I apologize. I'm going to forget about that. We're going to move on. We're going to go in. He's got his Azumarill. Now, Azumarill is a fairy water-type Pokemon, so my water-type attacks will not be able to do very much damage. However, if I can manage to get a Scald off onto it, we can maybe get a burn, hopefully. It looks like it is a belly-drumming Azumarill. Azumarill! He does have a berry, of course. He's going to regain his health. Definitely a good play for that belly drum. In comes the Scald. Scald not doing very much damage, and of course we are not getting the burn this turn. So that's going to be an unfortunate event there for my Milotic. Next turn, I don't really have any other options here. The Azumarill is a female, so I can't really use Attract. This would be where my Confuse Ray would definitely come in handy. It looks like he's going to go for the Superpower. Superpower is going to do some massive amount of damages, especially with that Belly Drum boost, and that's just going to destroy my Milotic. So that is the first Pokemon out on my team. Please note as well the status drops on that Azumarill. So in comes my Hariyama. Hariyama. It's a fighting type Pokemon, if you guys are not aware of Hariyama. Generation 3. We've got a few options here, so we're going to go for the Fake Out, of course. We want to stop that Azumarill in its tracks, so that way it can't do any kind of damage off. The other thing as well, I do have Bullet Punch, and Bullet Punch should be effective onto a fairy-type Pokemon based on the fact that it's Steel. So we're going to get that Bullet Punch off here, and that is going to luckily take out that Azumarill. So down it goes. So we've got one more Pokemon here to face against Grayson. It is going to be his Mamoswine, so we're just waiting for him to call out his good old Mamoswine, his trusty Mamoswine. From Ancient Days, Ancient Power. I know it doesn't have Ancient Power. No one runs that play. I'm just going to go in for the close combat here. So if you guys enjoyed this video there today, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Be sure to post your comments in the comment section below. I'd like to be able to hear from you guys. As you can see, I'm getting prepped for coming back to Twitch. Seeing as how I've got my DSLR camera set up here, I just want to say thank you guys for being supportive over the years and prompting me to try to get back into doing this. So thank you guys very much. Have a fantastic day. Take care and peace out.